Hey guys, we are live. My name is Janelle Summers, and let's see, we're going to be starting in about 2 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick just so you can see what we're going to go over in this presentation. So I'm going to be explaining to you what coaching is all about. And like I said, we're actually officially going to start in about 2 minutes. So if you happen to be watching the recording, you're going to want to scroll through. Fast forward about 2 minutes till we actually start. But I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you can see what we're actually going to talk about today. And let me get to the correct. Yeah, here it is. So here's what I want to cover today. And just so you happen to know, in case you have to get off this presentation early and you are wondering what you might miss, and that way you can go back and ask for the recording and get the rest of the information. So these are some of the commonly asked questions about this business opportunity. Who is Beachbody? Now, typically people getting on this presentation, you already know who Beachbody is. Beachbody's everywhere. So yes, I am going to go over a little bit of that. And what does a coach do? I mean, that's a very common question. So I'm going to answer that. And how does a coach actually earn money? And how do you get started? You know, one thing I hear all the time from people who are interested in this opportunity is they're like, but I wouldn't know where to begin. Like, what would I even do? How much time is required? What are the required fees? Will I have to push sales? What if I don't have a network? Shouldn't I be more fit first? Do I need a certification or any kind of expertise? So I'm going to go through all of that for you. So I'm going to go ahead because I think it is time to begin. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. So it's going to come back to me. So hopefully you're back to seeing me on the screen now. So we'll go ahead and get started. So my name is Janelle Summers, and I'm a Beachbody coach. And this is the What is Coaching business opportunity presentation. And I'm doing this not only for some of the people that I've met that have been interested in the opportunity, but also for some of my coaches. They have invited some people to this presentation as well that are interested in this opportunity. And I know for myself, when I first heard about this opportunity, which was, gosh, I've been a coach for over 7 years now. When I first heard about this, I was working full-time, and I was working probably a good 50 hours a week at least in my full-time job. And I'm also a mom and a wife. And so I was extremely busy already. And on top of that full-time job, I also had another secondary job because I'm one of those people, I try and do everything for everyone. I'm a total people pleaser, and I take on too much. And so I was working really about 70 hours a week when this business opportunity came along. And so I was like, I do not have time. Like, I've got to put my foot down. I don't have time for something like this. Even though I love fitness, I've always loved fitness. I've always loved sports and fitness and dance. It's always been a part of my life since as long as I can remember, even, all through growing up and everything. So I've always wanted to make fitness a part of my life. I've always wanted to make it a full-time thing, but I went the corporate career path. I got my degree in business management. I went into human resources management. I just thought that's what you do. And I just didn't see that there would ever be an opportunity for me, a full-time opportunity in fitness, until this came along. And so when it did come along, I actually thought it was too good to be true. I thought, given my personality, and for those of you that don't know me, I'm a recovering, very shy girl. I'm still an introvert. I'm a homebody. I love to just be at home. I'm not like a social butterfly or anything like that. My husband and I are very much homebodies. We're not like going out all the time. We're just not like that. And so I thought, well, given my personality, that I'm not, this social butterfly, and I'm, at the time I was very, very shy, painfully shy, and, just used to doing my daily thing, working full time and just working hard. And, my husband and I try to make ends meet and raise our son. And I just thought, that's just life. That is what you do. And when I heard about this, I thought it was too good to be true. I just thought, I don't have time, for one. And number two, I'm not the right kind of personality for something like that. I just assumed and probably some of you are assuming this too, I assumed that it was about sales, and I assumed that you had to have this like big outgoing personality. I assumed that you had to be like on the phone a lot. I made all kinds of incorrect assumptions. And so what I decided to do, like many of you are doing, is I looked into it further because there was that little part of me that just I was interested. I didn't want to be in the corporate world necessarily. I didn't hate my job by any means. I am a worker. I love to work. And I'm a positive person. So I never was like, oh, I hate my job and that kind of a person. But I did always feel like something was missing because I knew that my passion was fitness and helping other people on fitness. And fitness was always what I did on the side. And it's something that always just really gave me great joy. And I wanted it to be a part of my life. So when I heard about this, even though I had these preconceived notions, I did some research because I was like, I just got to see like if this could possibly be for me. And once I did my research, I realized it was entirely for me. And I was so excited about it once I did my research. And so I'm really glad that you guys are on this presentation because I want to share with you what I learned when I did my research and what I've learned from doing this business over the last 7 years so that other women like me can, have a business like this where you work from home and you get to see your family more often and you get to be your own boss and you work with who you want, you work when you want, you work this how you want. Like in this business, you just have to be yourself. And there's all the successful coaches are from all walks of life, all backgrounds, all fitness levels, all ages, all races, all different cultures. I mean, you name it. It's all walks of life can be successful with this business because the nuts and bolts of it is just helping other people, like being yourself, because no matter who you are, other people are going to relate to your story. They relate to who you are. They relate to your philosophy on things, your approach on things. No matter who you are, there is a market of people who are just like you. And so when you get into this business, if you guys decide to join, we teach you how to reach those people. We teach you how to build a network on social media of like-minded people. So it's not creepers, it's not crazy people, it's people who are like-minded. It's those people that once you meet them, you're like, wow, we could be BFFs. Like we get each other. I mean, it's amazing the people that you meet through this business. And not everyone becomes a customer or becomes a coach on your team, but you end up just meeting some really, really cool people that help you in different areas of your life. I just met a woman the other night that, we were talking about dyslexia. My son has dyslexia. So, I mean, just it's a really, really cool way of just connecting with people. But I will say this, so even though I don't have this like big outgoing personality and, a lot of my coaches are introverts too, some of them do have big personalities. What we all have in common is that we truly have that within us that we like to help other people. Like we're not the type of people that are like, don't tell them what we're doing because I want to beat them. I want to win. Or we truly like to lift other people up. We truly like to compliment other people. We truly like to see other people succeed. We like to share. Like if we hear about something awesome, a sale or something, we like to tell everyone. So if you're that type of person where you just really like helping other people and you like how that feels because it's extremely rewarding, then you're the type of person that would really like coaching, especially if you're a positive person too, because that's definitely something that's a common thread on our team is we're all very positive. We lift each other up. We don't compete. We just share what's working. We constantly are like teaming up on things and sharing what's working. I mean, it's just a really, really cool environment to be in. So that's enough about me. I want to share my screen and I'm gonna and by the way, the reason I'm explaining to you who I am is because, first of all, I've invited some of the people that I've met to explain the business opportunity to them. But also my coaches, I let them invite people that they think would make amazing coaches. And so I know some of you are on this presentation as well. And so welcome. But I just wanted you to know that, when you join, you get to plug into all of my trainings that I've done over the last 7+ years. And not to brag or anything, but I've become very successful with this. I've worked very, very hard, made a gazillion mistakes. And because of that, I know what not to do. And I've really, really made it a priority to teach my team what works, what doesn't, what's going to cause you to spin your wheels, what's going to help you to work smarter, not harder. Because I understand, like, one of the reasons I got into this is because I want more time for my family. Like, I'm doing this webinar right now, 9 o'clock at night. I usually don't work at night. Like, I've got it now where, first of all, I quit those jobs. I just do this now because of this business. I can just do this, and I've got my hours now. So it's pretty much, I work from like 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. when my son gets off the bus. So that was by my design. Now, other coaches do it differently, but that's the cool thing, is that once you get to the point where you've got some systems in place and you're having some success in the business, you can have the opportunity to quit your full-time job and just work whatever hours you set for yourself. And I just think that's the coolest thing. And who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want a business where at the heart of it is health and fitness for yourself and for other people, which that's what makes us feel good, is health and fitness. That's what everyone wants, to feel good and look good and feel younger. And that's at the heart of it. And at the same time, we get to make a living that is possibly way more lucrative than what we were making in our full-time job. I know for me, it's way more lucrative than what I was making in my full-time career in HR. So anyways, that said, I will get on to the information that I know you want to hear. So I'm going to go over here and share my screen. And I wonder if maybe you already see my screen, because it is not letting me share my screen right now. Let's see. I am guessing that you probably were seeing my screen the whole time. So I'm going to ask that if you happen to be one of my coaches that is on this, that you text me and let me know that you are seeing my PowerPoint slides, because that's really what I want you to see right now, are these PowerPoint slides. But the screen is not letting me, it's not telling me if you are. So I hope you can see this, but I've got a slide up that says, here's what we're going to cover. Who is Beachbody? What does a coach do? How does a coach earn money? How do you get started? How much time is required? Someone just texted me that you can't see the screen, but what does that mean? It means you can't see the, oh, you just see me. Okay, well, let me just try something then real quick here. And okay, I'm on it. I'm going to get that slide back up. I get it now. You don't see me. I'm going to get on that. I've got it. I see where my mistake is. There we go. Now my phone's really blowing up. Okay, cool. I'm on it. I think you can see the slides now. I'm guessing you can see them now. I think I know what I did wrong. Sorry about that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to cover. Who's Beachbody? What does a coach do? How do you earn money? How do you get started? How much time is required? What are the required fees? Will I have to push sales on friends and family? What if I don't have a network or any friends in fitness? Shouldn't I be more fit first? Do I need a certification or expertise? So I'm going to answer all those questions. So first, let's start with Beachbody. Who is Beachbody? Beachbody is the at-home fitness leader. You know, you can ask anyone in public if they've ever heard of P90X or Insanity, and they will say they have. I mean, you look at the list of programs that I have here: P90X, Turbo Jam, Turbo Fire, 21 Day Fix, Insanity, Slim and Six, Body Beast, 22-minute Hardcore, Brazil Butt Lift, Shakeology, I forgot to say Pio, and so many more. I mean, our programs are on TV all the time. They're in all the fitness magazines. There's constantly articles being written about them. I mean, it's everywhere. And it's because we are the at-home fitness leader. It's because our programs work. I mean, this company was founded, I believe, in 1998, I want to say. And okay, someone just said that they are now not seeing my slides. Some people are saying, I'm confused. Some people are, I'm not sure if these texts are delayed. Some are saying they can see the slides, and some are saying you see my face. I hope you can see the slides. So anyways, this is Beachbody and we're everywhere. And, there are some people that have said, oh, that coaching thing, that must be a scam. I mean, come on, Beachbody is such a reputable company. I mean, we're on the talk shows. How could possibly anyone even think that? You can see the slides now. Okay, great. So next slide. What does a coach do? Okay, so what we do as coaches, it's really quite simple. We commit to a fitness and health journey. So it's not like we're personal trainers. It's not like we're nutritionists. That's not our role. Our role is to commit to being on our own personal journey. So that means, yeah, we're going to make mistakes. That means, yeah, we're going to fall off track here and there. It doesn't mean that we are an expert. It doesn't mean that we're a personal trainer. It doesn't mean that we're a nutritionist. It doesn't mean that we're perfect. It doesn't mean that we're a fitness model. It just means we are like other people, but we are committing to a fitness and health journey, and we're wanting to share that journey. And what that'll do is inspire other people. And so from there, you just help the people who want help. So it's never like you're pushing fitness on other people. It's never like you're trying to make sales. You're inspiring by just sharing what you're doing, and you're helping the people who want help. And it's crazy amazing how many people do come out of the woodwork and say, you know what, that post that you did or showing that you ate that salad or whatever was so inspiring, and it caused me to not have pizza that night or whatever. So we also post inspirational things on social media, and we're not pushing sales. If you have ever seen Beachbody coaches do that, trust me, that is not what we do on our team. That's not ever what I recommend that you do. I'm all about just being inspirational and teaching my team to be inspirational and teaching them different ways to inspire and engage other people in ways that are not in your face, not annoying, and not salesy. We also spend some time doing personal and professional development. So it's recommended that coaches do 10 to 15 minutes of personal development every day. So that might be listening to audio. My sister has some podcasts, some, are reading books instead of audio. It's completely up to you, but just something so that you are building confidence in yourself. So some listen to it on their way to work or while they're getting ready in the morning, but just basically building confidence in yourself, because in this business, you do have to start building confidence and developing your belief system in yourself, and that you can build this business and make it something really, really big and impactful. And also professional development. So you might, be watching a training that, is on YouTube that I've done or another coach has done, or listening to a training from your phone. So that's the professional development, just learning more about how this business works. And so you're constantly doing that. Like I was just watching a training today. I mean, I never stop learning, any business, any good business, any good thriving business, you have to continually learn because businesses evolve, social media evolves. And so personal professional development is definitely a part of what we do every day, but it might just be 10 or 15 minutes here or there. We work out and eat right, or at least we try every day. And that's just it. You just have to be relatable, because there's going to be some days where it's not going to happen. And you just have to share that. People don't want to see that you're perfect, believe it or not. I know a lot of people looking into this are like, well, what happens when I go off track? Or I don't know if I could be a coach because I need help. Well, here's the deal, you guys. When you become a coach, you're now in this role where you want to inspire other people. You want to show other people what they can do. And so because of that, you want to practice what you preach. So you're much more likely to get fit and eat right and eat better when you become a coach. Most people become their fittest after they become a coach, because it's being put in that role, putting themselves in that environment and in that role that makes them want to do better. We also host accountability groups. So it's just fitness accountability groups online. We even have it now where Beachbody has developed this app so that you don't even have to do those accountability groups on Facebook. But that is a very convenient way to do it, is to host accountability private groups online, just with anyone who wants accountability in their fitness and their health, in eating right. And again, you're not there to be the expert. You're there just to say, hey, I need accountability. Let's all report into each other and support each other every day. We also build and train a team. Now that, of course, is optional. You may get into the business and decide, hey, I just want to do this for the discount. And that's totally fine too, because as coaches, we do get a 25% discount. And so that's great. And some people get in just because they want the discount on a program or on Shakeology or one of our other supplements. And that's totally fine too. You don't have to work your business. You don't have to make sales. You don't have to build and train a team. But I will say this with that last one there, building and training a team. Definitely, if you do build and train a team, that is the way that this business can build a full-time income. Most definitely, from building and training a team. We don't make money just from coaches joining us. We have what's called a team bonus, and I'm going to go over that in a second. But it's based on training your team and helping your team become successful. So, right into how does a coach earn money? Two ways that we earn money. Number one is through commissions on products and programs sold through our website. And by the way, Beachbody sets up that website for you when you enroll. So it's not like you have to figure out how to build a website or anything like that. When you enroll, you automatically, I think it's probably within 30 minutes, you have your website all set up for you. Number two, we make a team bonus. And of course, that's if you build and train a team. So those are the two ways that we earn. And there's no doubt about it, like I just said, that team bonus is the one that can become so lucrative if you want to build a full-time income or make this really a profitable business. Sorry, I'm taking drinks of water. I definitely have allergies right now, and I'm trying not to have a coughing attack. Okay, so next, how would I get started? Well, after you enroll with your coach, we teach you how to get started, and we teach you ongoing. This is so great because, years ago when I joined, this whole thing was fairly new. By the way, I'm not a founding coach or anything like that. I did not start this business when Beachbody rolled it out or anything like that. But I did start years ago, and there wasn't as much training then. And so I really learned a lot just on my own. But I have compiled everything I've ever learned onto a training website. I have documents, I have graphics, I have webinars, I have audio, you name it, I've got it, and I've got it all on a training website. And all of you, if you're joining me or joining someone on my team as part of Team Hardcore, you would have access to all of that. So we give you exactly what to do when you're just starting off, and we teach you ongoing as well. I do weekly trainings every single week, and they're all recorded because I totally understand that the majority of people coming into this business work full time. And so you need to watch the recording. And so it's very convenient. The coach you join is your direct mentor. You get access to all my trainings, like I said. And like I said, Beachbody sets up your website for you. And then we teach you how to build a network. We teach you how to host these accountability groups that I was talking about. We teach you what to post in those groups. We teach you what to post in social media. You're surrounded by other positive people. And like I said, most get fitter and healthier after they join. So how much time is required? I know this was a big question of mine because like I said in the beginning, I was working 60, 70 hours a week. Crazy, crazy busy. And I did end up quitting that secondary job. So I was still working about 50 hours a week. And still, obviously, I'm a mom and a wife. So I was just very, very busy. And so the fact that this was something that I could build on top of being so busy was really, really key for me. And I really believed in it. I didn't know if I would ever become very successful with this. I never knew how much money I'd ever make with it. I really didn't care. All I knew was that I believed in what this business opportunity was about. It was about helping other people while I'm on my own journey, which is something I like to do anyways. I like to do that anyway. So I thought, what could be the harm in me doing this? And I saw other successful coaches that had built their businesses to be full-time incomes within 2 and 3 years. And of course, that's based on effort, individual effort. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to go all in. And so I spent 2 to 3 hours a day, and that's very common. So I would work a little in the morning before everyone woke up. I would work a little at night after everyone was in bed. I would maybe here and there throughout the day, like if I was eating lunch or something, I would post something on social media at that point. But I would just fit it in where I could. And that is what coaches do. And it might seem like at first, like, how would I find 2 to 3 hours a day? And I wondered that too, because I felt like I was maxed out on, my day every day. But I realized how to become more organized. And that's another thing that we teach you is we teach organization, we teach time management. And I learned how to work smarter, not harder. And I was able to fit in working this business. And I just loved it. I became like obsessed with it. I didn't even want to do my full-time job. I was just like, I just want to work on my Beachbody stuff because it was so much fun. It didn't feel like work. And especially since you can work from your phone, it's just really convenient to fit it into your life. So you might be standing in line at the grocery store and you can do a post or respond to someone on Facebook. And, it's little things here and there where you can just fit it into your life. So what fees are required? Okay, there are only 2 fees that are required. The startup fee, which is $39.95. Now, if you were to buy a challenge pack, that's what CP stands for. If you were to buy a challenge pack, then your startup fee is waived. So it's free. There's no startup fee if you buy a challenge pack while you are enrolling. So of course, if you do end up joining, you would want to ask your coach for the enrollment instructions so you know exactly what their website is. And while you're enrolling online, if you select a challenge pack, which by the way, a challenge pack is a fitness program plus Shakeology on Home Direct. So if you were to choose a challenge pack, then that startup fee would be waived. So that's a really good deal that is for new coaches only. So it's a really good deal, number one, because you get your startup fee waived, but it's also a good deal because challenge packs in and of itself is already a discounted package. So for example, Shakeology all by itself is more expensive than some of our challenge packs, which include Shakeology and a fitness program. So that's how good that discount is. Number 2, the other fee that is required is the monthly website maintenance fee, which is $15.95. So every month, $15.95 plus tax for your website, which actually I think is super cheap. If you think about any business that you would start up, especially if you were thinking about starting like a gym or opening up a studio or anything like that, trust me, you are going to have more overhead than $15.95, $16 a month. So it's crazy how inexpensive it is to actually start this business and be able to use Beachbody's logos and their packaging and their products and everything and build a business, with what they have created that is so awesome and has such a great name behind it. And only pay that $15.95 per month. It is recommended that you be using a Beachbody program or product. I mean, that just makes sense. How can you be, and I'm not saying you need to be a Beachbody robot. I mean, I run, check out my social media. You'll see, I do lots of different things. I run, I CrossFit, I do some of my own lifting, I spin, I have a rowing machine. I mean, I do lots of other things other than just Beachbody. So it's not like I'm a Beachbody robot and you don't need to be either, but I definitely show that Beachbody is a part of my life. I definitely weave that in, but I just do it in a non-annoying, not in your face kind of a way. And we teach you how to do that, but we do recommend that you weave it into your life. So be using a Beachbody program or a product. So we do recommend that. And it's an optional but beneficial add-on to have the club membership. The club membership gives you all kinds of different perks and stuff, But one really great perk is called Beachbody on Demand. And that is where, right from an app on your phone, you can be doing workouts that Beachbody has in a whole library that can be right accessible on your phone or on your laptop or on your iPad, wherever you want. And you have access to a library of over $1,500 worth of Beachbody programs right there. So it's not like you're having to store all these DVDs and buy all these different programs. You have access to each and every program. Over $1,500 worth of all the main programs are on there, right from your phone or your laptop or your iPad. So that is super awesome. Like whenever I travel, I'm in a hotel room, I can, prop up my phone and literally do turbo fire right there in my hotel room, just from my phone. And that is only $38.95 per quarter. So that's not a monthly fee and it's not required, but that is $38.95 per quarter. But I highly recommend that. I think it's an awesome, awesome deal. I can't believe everyone doesn't have that. But I will say most coaches do. So next, will I have to push sales? Oh my gosh, no, please do not be that girl or that guy. That's one thing that, when I was looking into this, I thought, I just don't want to do that kind of a thing, because honestly, and I'm sure you guys know some people like this too, but I knew some people who were in network marketing and I had a really bad taste in my mouth about it. I had been to some home parties that made me feel really awkward. And I just kept thinking, I don't ever want to do this. And so when this came around, I was like, no, this is one of the things I've never wanted to do. I don't want to do sales. I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to be that guy. And this is not like that. This is so, so different. What I teach, and I'm so glad that I've proven that it can be extremely successful, is just to inspire, connect, listen, and then help. Very, very simple, but not pushy. You will not be, I would never say, oh my gosh, yes, convince your friends of this, or try and, push friends or family into this, or, even though they say they don't need that, tell them this. And I'm not like that, and I never train like that, and I wouldn't want you to be like that. What if I don't have a network? Okay, this is a very common question too. Well, the majority of people coming into this business, I would say the vast majority, do not have any kind of network build up. I was not on social media when I started this business. I got on Facebook after I became a coach, and I learned how to build a network. And so that is what I teach my coaches as well. You don't need to start off with a network. We teach you how to build a like-minded network. You just be you. So here are 3 of my top coaches. I thought that would be a good example of just, 3 girls that, started building their network, after becoming a coach. Mindy Wender, this first one on the left here, she's in this cute red hat. And I don't know if you can tell right there because she's so tiny, but she's pregnant. And she wasn't that pregnant at the point of this picture, but she is so pregnant right now that she is due tomorrow. So she literally could be having her baby any moment. Her website, in case you want to check her out, is mindywenderfitness.com. And she is from the UP of Michigan. I don't know if you've ever been to the UP of Michigan, but it's in the middle of nowhere where she lives. And she had no network, and she had no local friends and family who were into fitness and health. And she said, Janelle, I live in this small, small town. No one's into fitness or health. I just do turbo jam in my basement. I'm just a mom who likes to work out, and I work full time. And she just wanted to be at home with her son. And she was making about $10 an hour at the time working for an appliance store. And here Mindy joined because she wanted it for herself and her family. And now Mindy is one of my 7-figure per year earners. 7 figures per year. Pretty crazy. But it's because over time, over the course of years, of course, this is something where individual effort is definitely what builds your business. And she put in the effort and put in the hard work on top of her full-time job until she was able to resign from her full-time job. But she made it happen. And she, built from scratch. Again, a girl with no fitness background, no network, very much an introvert like myself. And then we have Meg Kozlowski. And Meg from Toledo, Ohio, and she's another one of my top coaches. And same thing, did not have any kind of network of any kind. She had was finishing up her master's degree and got into this and just thought, you know what, I'm going to make the most of it. But initially, she got in for the discount on Shakeology. Initially, she said, Janelle, I won't be working this because I don't have a Beachbody, so I won't be working my Beachbody business. And after she got in and she started getting involved with our team and that community and that positive, community of coaches, she started realizing what an awesome opportunity this is, and she started digging in. Trina Gray. Trina, different story with Trina. Trina was running and owning, she owns 2 athletic gyms in Northern Michigan. And so Trina, obviously already in the fitness industry. So and again, these are my top 3 coaches. I just want to show you the differences. Like Meg and Mindy didn't have that fitness background, weren't in the fitness industry, and yet Trina is. And so it works for all. It works for all types. I mean, there are definitely people who are in the fitness industry that get into this and have success with it. But, some would say, and Trina said this at first too, like, how do I market this when, I have my gym and I don't want to lose my members? But again, Trina built her business online, and she weaves Shakeology into her business with her gym. So it's perfect. Okay, I'm going to take a drink here before I start coughing. Again, sorry, it's allergy time. Okay, I'm almost done. This slide and then one more and we're done. Do I need to be more fit first? No, it's better to just be relatable. Seeing progress is what inspires people, and that is the truth. Like I said, what works best is when you are just truthful and honest about where you are in your fitness journey, no matter where you are. And I don't care how fit you are, everyone is on their own journey because we're constantly changing as human beings. We're constantly getting older. Our environments are changing. Our families are changing. Our locations are sometimes changing. Our lives are changing. So we're all on a journey. And just being relatable and sharing that and sharing what's working and what's not is what inspires people. But let me just say again, in case you haven't heard me say it yet, it's not like you're posting all about fitness. It's not. You are posting about other things as well. Maybe you have a passion for gardening or cooking or decorating, whatever it may be. You're just putting yourself out there in general more, because you're getting on more people's radar and connecting with more people so that you're building a like-minded network. Do you need a certification? No. We are in the role of cheering people on. We believe in them before they believe in themselves. Any of you listening, I'm sure there have been some things in your life that you've accomplished, and one of the things you pursued, what you pursued, is because someone believed in you. So we're not out to be personal trainers. We're not trying to personal train people. We're not trying to be their nutritionist. When we do point people to products or programs, it's because we've been listening to what their needs are, and just knowing different products and programs that we offer, we make suggestions. That's it. If they do get a product or program, they get a calendar with it. They get a meal plan with it. They get everything they need. We are not there to tell them what to eat and what not to eat. So with our programs comes everything that they need. So thank you for getting on the presentation. Now, when I looked in the business, I had lots of questions. I had a lot of questions, so I'm sure you do too. So ask your coach questions. Don't be afraid. There is no dumb question. I'm sure there's something on here I didn't cover. And if you are ready to enroll, get the enrollment instructions. Okay, make sure you ask your coach, what is the website you're supposed to go to? You probably need your coach's ID. And just a reminder that if you do buy a challenge pack while you're enrolling, they do waive your $39.95 startup fee, which is a great deal only for new coaches. So with that, let's see if I can get myself back on screen. I don't know if you can see me or not. I think you can, probably. Okay. Thank you for getting on. Thank you for putting up with my weak voice at this time of allergy season. And like I said, let me know if you have any questions and get in touch with your coach, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.